Hello, my name is Karen Nieman. I'm a student at Full Sail University in the Bachelor's of Science Game Design program. I'm doing my PeachaKucha on mental illness prevalence and what we can do as a nation to minimize the stigma. You can't tell just by looking at someone what they are dealing with inside, said Daniel Rupp, and that's true because people can be expert hiders. Some women are experts with with using makeup to hide bags under their eyes to show that they haven't slept or to hide scars from self-harm. 1 in 5 adults will deal with mental illness at some point in their life, whether that be major depressive disorder, seasonal affective disorder, bipolar, persistent depressive disorder, schizophrenia, or even eating disorders. 1 in 25 will deal with serious mental illnesses, such as major depressive disorder, seasonal affective disorder, bipolar type 1, bipolar type 2, persistent depressive disorder, schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, oppositional defiance disorder. When I'm talking about mental health, I'm talking about the mood disorders, anxiety, and the eating disorders. Mood disorders like bipolar, schizophrenia, seasonal affective, major depressive disorders, anxiety, OCD, panic disorder, eating disorders, anorexia, bulimia. When you're suffering from mental illness, somebody feels like they're constantly chasing normal, they feel like they're a burden. But the best thing you can do is to make them feel like they're not, include them. If somebody feels different or feels out of place, invite them to join you. Because in just America alone, we lose $193.2 billion a year in lost earnings because of people having to take sick days for mental health rather than companies taking and working with their employees to manage their mental health. They overwork them. You got to just remember it's okay to not be okay. Remind everyone it's okay to be not okay. You don't have to be okay 24/7. Nobody is. Here's some hard to swallow facts. Did you know 40% of girls will start dieting from the age of 9, and every second a girl from age 13 to 15 think they're fat? High school girls starve themselves, which damages the brain and other organs. And 70% of young women at some point in their life will suffer from anorexia and bulimia, and 1/5 will die. And 50 to 80% of this risk is actually genetic. So, given that I've battled it myself, for instance, I found out my mom battled it as well, which that put me at a higher risk. I have recovered from it, thankfully. When I'm talking about anorexia, I'm talking not just about the being so thin that you need to go to the hospital. A young girl once said, if you develop an eating disorder when you're overweight, you become a success story. If you develop an eating disorder and you're already thin, you go to the hospital. We need to treat it the same. The Webster's definition of anorexia is an emotional disorder characterized by obsessive desire to lose weight by refusing to eat. With the way media is, of course, girls are going to feel like they have to starve themselves to be beautiful. It's a disorder, not a decision. 9 times out of 10, and this is from my experience on an eating disorder unit, the way they developed anorexia was they were determined to lose weight. And their brain just decided, oh, you're not thin enough, you're not thin enough, even though they were perfectly the right weight for their height. Bulimia is another one, and that's just binging on food, then making yourself sick. It's not good for your teeth, it's not good for your throat, it's not good for your organs, and it's not good for your brain. It's all around a bad one to deal with. There's ways that you can look after your mental health and help other people look after theirs. Talk about your feelings. Maybe you'll have to set the example. Stay active, take a break, eat well. Don't hesitate to ask for help because asking for help, that's not a sign of weakness. That's a sign of strength. At the end of the day, we can endure much more than we think we can. And Frida's right. We can. Humans, we endure so much more than people think we can. I mean, I survived a 5-year abusive relationship and got out, and I'm doing much better. The best thing that helped me, though, was somebody listening. And many other people from time in inpatient psych unit, eating disorder unit, they've said that the best thing that they've had found was somebody to just listen, not give advice, not try to one up them, not try to say they've been there. Take a nice walk in the fall or spring, go outside, get some fresh air, listen to what the person's saying because they need you. Without somebody to talk to, they bottle it up, they revert to self harm, they revert to possibly suicide. Don't hesitate to reach out. That's the best thing you can do. You can save so many lives just by reaching out. I had a total stranger reach out to me when I was going through an extreme depressive episode. I was talking with a friend and they had overheard it and reached out to me. Reaching out can save a life. Thank you for listening.